Hi, so I want to show you a hack that helps you find your missing work that you need to grade in Schoology. So one thing that I found cumbersome is having a grade for every student every day and tons of grades, and it's the end of the semester and people are trying to turn in late work, and it's a lot to look at on the screen in Schoology. I can show you an example here. Like this is trying to navigate through this page here and scroll through the whole semester. And finding where there's something that needs graded is kind of cumbersome. And you can go up here to view and click needs grading, or you could go to graded with new submission is a very important one, because if you already gave them a 0 to tell them that they need to turn it in, it's going to look like it's graded. So it's not going to say needs graded, but you can see here under graded with new submissions, the students have turned something in, but I haven't changed the grade. It's already been graded as 0. So that's something that I would look at here. And if I click that, it will highlight throughout the spreadsheet what needs graded. So that's very handy. But there's another way that I found that's kind of helpful too, because this still is kind of gives the students a little bit more responsibility and ownership for the fact that they're turning in late work. There you can see a bunch of them have already turned this in because I just made this announcement and graded this. Usually it always comes right after you grade it, right? So I grade it, they give them a 0, they know it's missing, and then 5 minutes later I get a bunch of assignments turned in. And that seems to be the trend. But if I just left it blank, they're not going to turn it in. And so it's kind of a catch-22, because now I've given them a 0 to make the grade go down, and then they'll turn it in. But now that they've got a grade, I can't very as easily go in and change that. Like right here, it's frozen. I cannot change a 0 grade. But look, over here I can. This one's already been graded, and I could change the grade, but I can't change anything that's already a 0. So that's just, I don't know the reason for that. So what I've done is I have made a Google form. Let me show you what I've done here. In a Google form that I would share as an announcement at the top of each page in my Schoology classes, they can access this link. And then they know that if they turn in late work for my class, they need to fill out this form as well as turn it into Schoology. So in this form, tried to make it quick and easy for them. I do need to know their name. I need to know what hour they're in, and then I need the link. So the link would be, like if I'm in an assignment, whatever, they're in the assignment and they would just copy the whole URL at the top. That's it, copy and paste. And they know that. And you could make a little video or just walk them through that if you need to. But here's the important part. Under assignment link, there are 3 dots here. You know how you can make a question required, which this is. I can click on these 3 dots, and I have both show description showing. So if I take that off, you can see the little directions are gone. And right here, now I have to rewrite the directions. It won't bring it back to me. Response validation is like proving that it's the right thing that you want. So I'm going to click that off as well and just make it a whole normal question. This is how it normally would be. We don't really mess with these 3 dots. But now I'm going to jump down to response validation. I've made it a short answer. They're going to copy and paste their URL. But if I click on this response validation, I can make sure that their answer is a text and contains a URL. So if they submit this and it doesn't have a link, it will not submit. It will not go through. It'll give them an error to say, go fix this. So that is really important. 3 dots, click on response validation, choose text, and then choose URL for this one about having the assignment link from Schoology. And so let me go ahead and also write a description, and I remind them, copy and paste the URL from the Schoology assignment. Just as a reminder to them. And that will be there because I have this check marked off. If you take that check mark away, it will go away and you have to retype it. And then I also, down at the bottom, assignment title. I'm debating on if this is necessary, but I feel like it is helpful. It's more work for them. And then comments I make optional. This is like if they want to say they were absent for a track meet, or they finally got their act together and turned in an assignment a month later. Well, can I still grade it or something like that? So then they will fill this out. But then when I click responses, and I don't have any for this one, But you know, this little icon here will give you a Google Sheet. So when you click that Google Sheet, all the responses will be there, and they will only be for missing work of people who have turned in late work. And it will have the link built in because they made a link on that question, the short answer question with the URL to the assignment. So then you can click directly into Schoology, and it'll take you to your Schoology for that missing assignment for the kid that needs the grade changed. And then just reset this. You can come up here, you can reset or make a new copy. I just reset it and like delete all of these because the link is already in Schoology, because I don't resend a link over and over of this Google form. So that's an option. Again, it might be helpful. Older kids could probably handle this. It really gives students, though, the responsibility for, the fact that they turned in late work. And if they're used to this with a lot of teachers, oh, I'm doing late work, got to fill out a form. I know it's extra work. It may not work for all students. There's going to be some students that you're still going to that you're not going to get a form and they turned it in. And you might have to be upfront with parents about this, give the link to parents. But it might be helpful because navigating through the grade book like this, if you have bifocals like me or lots of grades with lots of students, like I'm scrolling down and scrolling up and try and catch everything. And, when you hover in Schoology, it's hovering, see that I've got the T there of where I'm at with the person's name and the assignment. And so there's anytime you have the mouse working on Schoology, you've got things highlighted. So it's really hard to kind of find those things. And you can't grade them here anyway. I still would have to click on these individually to grade them, and it does take a while. So you might consider the Google form as an option for late work. Students would submit the form, and it will make a spreadsheet for you, which will take you directly into only what you need to see for changing grades. Hope this helps. It might be helpful for you to try in the future. Thanks so much. Let me know if you have any questions.